Good morning, students. Today we will continue our chapter, that is the sermon at Benares. So, into it, yesterday we have read about the Buddha, that Buddha get his education at the age of 10 years old only, and then after 4 years he came back and he get married with a princess. We don't know about the name of that princess. And when his son is only 10 years old, he just go outside for the hunting. He is only 25 years old that time. Son is only 10 years old, and he saw four things there: a sick person, then an old person, and and then he think about suffering which is into the world. Till 25 years he don't know about all these type of sufferings because he is into his palace, and then he think to just find out the solution, and just he want enlightenment means knowledge here. Then he wanders here and there for the 7 years, and then he sat down under the tree, that is people tree, and then within a 7 days the enlightenment came. And after that we will read the Buddha preaches his first sermon at the city of Benares. Then when he get that enlightenment, then he go and teaches his enlightenment into the Benares. First time he gave his knowledge to the Benares peoples. Most holy of the dipping place on the Ganga river. What do you mean by dipping place? Sometimes means bathing place, where the Ganga is also flowing. Okay. That sermon has been pursued and is given here. And near the Ganga, he gave this first sermon. It reflects the Buddha's wisdom about one insecurability kind of suffering. Now, whatever he knows about the wisdom, about the knowledge of the life and the death, about the knowledge of that we should Kisa Gautami had an only. Now, from here, the another story which he want to tell us about the life and the death, and one one woman whose name is Kisa Gautami, and she lost her son, and he died. In her grief, she carried the dead children to her neighborhood, and because in her sorrow, in her sadness, she carried his children to the at the neighbor's house and asking them for the medicine. But the neighbors who see his son, they say that son is dead. She lost her son. At the length means after some time, Kisa Gautami met a man who replied to her request, because she is asking again and again that is somebody is having medicine, can any medicine cure my son? Okay, like this. And then a person came near her, and I can't give the medicines. I can't give you medicine for your child, but I know a physician who can. Physician here, doctor, who can. I know a person who is having a medicine. I am not one who can give a medicine for your child. And the girl said, and that woman said, pray tell me. Then she say like this, oh, please tell me, who is it? And the man replies, go to Sakyamuni the Buddha. And then what name he produces? He say that go to the Buddha, Sakyamuni. Okay, Sakyamuni Buddha. Kisa Gautami repaired to the Buddha and cried. Now Kisa Gautami reaches to the Buddha, and there she again start crying, Lord and Master, give me the medicine that will cure my son. So she requested, she prayed to the Buddha that please give me the medicine by which I can cure my son. Now, the Buddha answered, I want a handful of mustard seed. Now, what the Buddha want? Buddha only want a handful of mustard seeds. Then, and when the girl, her joy promised to procure it. Then okay, I will do it. Okay, I will bring. Procure means get it. The Buddha added. Now, she listened only half sentence that I want a handful of mustard seeds. But then Buddha added. What he added? The mustard seed must be taken from the house where no one has lost a child, husband, and parent or friend. Look, beta. हम सभी ने अपने कोई ना कोई नियर एंड डियर तो खोए ही हैं. Okay, so in this whole world, not even a single house who is not having a single person into their house is dead. Okay, maybe some person is dead into their house. So poor Kisa Gautami now went from house to house. Now the journey begins of the Kisa Gautami. She went to one house, then to another house, then to another house. Like this, she wanders here and there, and people pitied her. Pitied her means show some sorrowness, show some sadness that here is the mustard seed. Look, beta, if somebody is agree to give a handful of the mustard seed, but what happened? Then when Kisa Gautami said that, did you lost some your near and dear? Then they say yes. Then Kisa Gautami said, no, I don't want this handful of mustard seed from you because you lost some your near and dear. Okay. Then, but when she asked, did a son or daughter or a father or a mother died in your family? They answer her, alas, the living are few. Then what the people says? People says like this, that the living are few. The lives of the few people, the people into our houses may be few, maybe 5 or 2 or 3, okay, and maybe more than 2, 3 or 4 lost their lives. But the dead are many. Look, living are few and the dead are many. So do not remind us our deepest grief. So, Kisa, if you want a handful of mustard, then take it, but don't remind us our near and dears whom we are lost. Clear? And there was no house, but some beloved one had died in it. Okay, Kisa Gautami became worried and hopeless. Now, here she lost her hope that no house is there who didn't lost their near and dear. And now, what is into her mind? That okay, if I don't get a handful mustard of seeds, then my son will never cure by the God, right? And sat down at the wayside and sat down maybe into her way. She sat down, watching the lights of the city as they flickered. Flickered means blinked. You know about the blinking? Okay. And were extinguished again. And then extinguished means completely lights are off. First they are blinking and then flickering also, and then they completely switch off by the peoples. So what indicate this? That first maybe some people become suffering from the fever, suffering from the cough, suffering from the some other heart attack, or there is a reason behind the death. Okay, so first they flickered and then they extinguished completely, they vanished completely. So at last the darkness of the night reigned means here ruled everywhere, and she considered the fate of man, that their lives flickered up and are extinguished again. I told you that first life will flicker, blink, and then completely extinguished. And she thought to herself, how selfish am I in my grief. Death is common to all, yet in this valley of desolations, Desolations means into it I dissolved completely, that only my son lost it, and I am into a fully grief. Okay, so she is that time become selfish. There is a path that led him to immortal, but what she is saying, apart from this grief, if I saw that there is a path to become immortal, so which is that path? That part is only to pray for the God in a continuation. Immortal, who surrendered all selfishness, who just give up all these selfishness, then what will happen? They will become immortal into this world. So is it up to this? Is it clear? Tomorrow we will make the another video. Thank you all. If any query, then comment it below.